Rainy season is here, gentlemen. So for the past couple videos, we've been working on building a garden in a creek bed, and it's been going great so far, but that's been in mild weather. One big question we've had was how everything would hold up during a flood. The dam particularly was a point of failure we were going to watch for. Now if y'all live in Texas, you know that these past couple months have been trying to make up 2 dry years by smashing us with storms and flash floods basically every week. Thankfully things have been holding up so far, but we definitely still have some maintenance we gotta do. So y'all can actually see how far the water level came up just by how much junk was deposited on the bridge. One thing I wasn't expecting was our small pond above the main one was almost completely filled with silt and leaves from the storm. This kinda sucks, but I'm actually happy it did because it's keeping all that stuff out of the larger pond. I think this old pond's new purpose at this point will be to act as a silt catch or a natural filter for the larger pond. I'm going to plant a bunch of cattails and other swamp plants in here to make sure all the water that ends up in the main pond is clean. I'll also keep digging out the sand that ends up in here so it will continue to do its job. So I want to fill this wood rack up a bit more, and a hickory tree just fell. So let's go split some wood. It feels so bad turning this whole beautiful tree into firewood, so I'm going to try to make at least something out of some of the trunk. one thing I had to do is switch out those lavender I planted with roses. It gets really wet kind of down in this corridor. You can actually see little flows of water coming through. I also replaced part of this pathway with stone so you don't sink as you're walking. I absolutely love lily pads. I think they look super cool, especially when they're just coming up and you can watch them slowly loom to the surface. Now, I'm fully aware that they will take over if left unattended, and I actually planned for this way back when I was making the pond. I created this little shelf in the corner for them so they can grow in shallow water, and I took the most disgusting muck I could find, basically rotten leaves, and I put them there for nitrogen. They shouldn't be able to spread past that shelf, hopefully, because the roots should be stopped as the water gets super deep. So when I initially sealed the table, I used some generic weather seal, and it keeps partially washing off each time we get a hard rain. So I'm going to try to use some tung oil and see if it does better. I'm not super sure. I would imagine it would from what I've read about it, but we'll see. I'm not actually sure what this clip was supposed to be. I think I was going to show you guys the water depth, but I can't remember why. Anyway, that's all I got for you today, dudes. So next video, I'll be giving you guys an update on the plants. I want to wait a bit longer to give them more time to grow before I spoil it and show you guys. But I will say everything is doing great that we planted from last video. It's just still growing. So yeah, anyway, subscribe if y'all want to see that, and I will see y'all next time.